Hi, Wizard Boss. I'd like to review my backache trouble. First of all, I think before my backache, the corona, the effect, that's I think number one. We were able to play early April, I guess, and the second week already the bowling center closed, and we weren't able to play. I wasn't able to play bowling, and then what happened was during this closed down about 2 months, rainy season started, so I neglected my schedule to take a walk. So this is I guess number one, less exercise or less using my muscle. And the second one, once I did the lightweight, the work at the entrance, lightweight labor and job that is bending my back, and without being noticed or before I knew, I think I continued that position at least 30 minutes, nearly 1 hour, and that was very, very bad, because after the labor I couldn't stand up immediately because of the ache. And the third thing, about 2 months later, the bowling center opened, and that was July 6th. Before the game, I had a stroke, the first stroke on my back, and I tried to try to reduce the pain on my back, but couldn't. And 2 days later, it seems okay. So because I did almost one-step bowling, not a full style of bowling, one-step bowling, and I was able to finish the game. But after that, I had a second time stroke, and that night I couldn't sleep. So next morning I went to a home doctor and asked about my back, and he said he can't tell, so he would like to make an introduction letter to a big hospital. And I went immediately, and they took an X-ray, and they said it is the back椎間板 hernia, and that night, still I have a very, very hard pain, and they said to make it sure, the next Tuesday they would like to take a MRI, so I went there. There, again, they said it is a 脊椎管 what? 脊椎管 helium? No. Helium? Hernia, yes, hernia. And the question is, the doctor didn't explain to me. He was just talking to the microphone, and I wasn't sure, after that, I thought he would explain what was the cause and how serious it is, but he didn't. So I wasn't sure because how many years ago? 15 years ago, I had a 脊柱管狭窄症 at that time, and this local doctor said, seeing this X-ray picture and MRI, he said he didn't see clearly the 脊柱管狭窄症 because my 脊柱管 L4 and L5 area was all black, and it was not possible of the hernia or 脊柱管. So I remember that story. So this time too, I wanted to see that picture, which big hospital took. I asked them to make the CD and brought it to the doctor, the same doctor 15 years ago. And this time, this doctor examined both the X-ray and this MRI picture, and trying to explain me, it is not a clearly, he said he cannot say clearly the hernia or 脊柱管 or anything bad thing about my backbone, because it's all black. That means very hard, and there's no possibility to leak out of the 脊柱管 or bend of the 脊柱管. But after that, he tried to test of my feet resistance. He tried to push my leg and asked me to resist it, but I couldn't. This test was done both way, up and down, and also he tested the water or alcohol test with he tried to feel the coldness with my feet, left feet, from the up side, down and down and down, and finally the foot, on top of the foot, I didn't feel any coldness. So from these weakness of the power of the resistance and no feeling of the coldness, he decided it is very seldom happen to the man with about 80 years old, but he has to say this is the hernia. And after that, I had a pain and numbness for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And the last week or so of July, I hadn't feel any pain, just the numbness only. But this numbness is very, very bad because it caused my tumbling. I had 3 times tumbling. One time is almost tumbling, but I stopped with my right hand, foot. But that time maybe I had to stop the left foot also. So on that night I started having a pain again. So this is already August 4th already. So this is the 3rd time I went to the massager and had a treatment. And because of this treatment, I felt some pain with my kokansetsu. So I thought, after all, my this hernia or originated from my back, maybe, and the kokansetsu and the foot numbness is not completely well. Of course, numbness is irregular thing, so I try. Still, I try to take a walk, even 100 meters, okay, but I thought it is better than nothing, so I started doing this early morning these days.